Hello and welcome to The Deep Dive. I am so happy you are here with us today.
Me too. It's great to be back.
For this episode, we're doing something a little bit special. We call it the Joe and Joe Show.
We do.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Jill. And it's just wonderful to be here with you, Joe, and with everyone listening.
So, Joe, today we have a topic that is, well, it's very interesting.
It is.
I think it's a feeling everyone knows, but maybe they don't know the English words for it. It's universal.
Yes, Joe. Today we are digging deep into the topic of feeling stuck.
Feeling stuck. It's such a short phrase, isn't it?
It is.
But it feels so heavy. It means so much.
It really does.
So before we dive into the feelings and the mindset, let's just look at the word itself, stuck.
Okay.
Joe, can you help us with that? What's the image? When I say the word stuck, what pops into your mind?
Well, the first thing, the literal physical meaning, the image for me is always mud.
Mud, okay.
Yeah, imagine you're walking across a field and it's been raining for days.
Mm-hmm.
The ground is just this deep, wet, heavy mud. And you take a step.
Right.
And the mud it sucks your boot in. It holds you.
Oh, I can feel that.
You try to lift your leg, but you can't. The ground is literally holding you. You are physically stuck.
That's such a clear image. You want to move, you have the energy, but something outside of you won't let you.
Exactly. It's that feeling of being trapped.
Yeah. I also think of like a door, an old door in an old house.
Oh, that's a good one.
And the wood's a little bit wet, so it's
Ugh.
swollen. You turn the handle, you pull, you push. Nothing.
It won't move.
It won't move. You can put your whole body into it and it just stays closed. The door is stuck.
That's a perfect example, Joe. It's all about no movement. Resistance. But today, of course, we're not talking about mud or doors.
No, we're talking about life.
We're talking about that emotional feeling.
So let's unpack that.
Hmm.
What does it actually really mean to feel stuck in your life?
Well, the core of it, the definition, is a mix of two things.
Okay.
Feeling stuck means you do not like where you are,
Right.
but you also do not know what to change.
Let me just say that again because that's so important. You don't like where you are, but you don't know what to change.
Yes. It's that combination. That's what creates the feeling.
Because if you just didn't like where you were, but you knew where to go,
You wouldn't be stuck. You'd just be moving or
Mhm.
making a plan to move.
that makes perfect sense. Like if my car breaks down, I'm unhappy about it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I know what to do.
Yeah.
I call a mechanic. I'm not stuck in this big existential way. I just have a practical problem.
Precisely. To be stuck, you need confusion. It's like you don't have a map.
Yeah.
You know you don't want to be here anymore in this city or this job or this relationship. But when you look forward, you don't see another city. You just see fog.
And that fog, that's where the anxiety lives, I think.
Yes.
Now, Joe, I want to ask something really important here
Hmm.
because I think a lot of people, when they feel this, they judge themselves very harshly.
They do.
So when we say someone is stuck, does that mean they are failing?
Oh, no, absolutely not. And Joe, this is probably the most important thing to hear today.
Okay.
Feeling stuck does not mean you are failing.
Okay. What about lazy? Does it mean you're lazy?
No, not at all. You can be working so hard, you can be so busy, and still feel completely stuck.
And does it mean you made bad choices? Like this is your fault?
No, it is not about bad choices. You can do everything right.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to the right school, get the right job, buy the house, and you can still feel this way. It is not a punishment.
That is such a relief to hear, I think.
I hope so.
Because we are our own worst critics,
Yeah.
We think, oh, I'm stuck. I must have done something wrong.
We do.
But what you're saying is it's just a feeling. It's not a final grade on a test about your life.
Exactly. It's a signal, that's all, like a little light on the dashboard of your car.
Right.
It's just information. It's telling you something needs attention. It's not a judgment on who you are as a person.
So if it's a signal, when does that light usually turn on? Are there common moments in life when people feel this?
Oh, yes. There are very common triggers. We see patterns.
Like what?
Well, a big one is your career. A career change or the need for one.
Okay, tell me more about that.
So maybe you've been in a job for, say, 5 years or 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You're good at it. You know what you're doing. It's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But one day you wake up and it feels empty. The challenge is gone.
So you can be successful at the job, but still feel stuck in it.
Yes. And that's so confusing because everyone around you is saying, Joe, you have such a good job. You should be so happy.
Right. From the outside, it looks perfect.
Exactly. Another big one, and I think a lot of our listeners might understand this, is moving to a new country.
Ah, okay.
You move somewhere new for English or for work or for love. And at first, it's so exciting.
It's an adventure.
It is. It's the honeymoon phase.
Mhm.
Everything is new and interesting. The food, the streets.
Right.
But then, after a few months, maybe a year, the excitement goes away. And you realize, I don't have deep friendships here yet. I don't really understand the culture. And you just feel stopped.
You can't really go back to your old life, but you don't feel totally at home in the new one either.
You are in the hallway between two rooms. You're not fully in the old room, and you're not fully in the new one. That is a classic stuck feeling.
That's a huge transition. What about relationships?
Definitely. After a long relationship ends, people often feel very stuck.
Mhm.
They had a life with a partner, they had they had plans, and now that future is just gone. They don't know what their life looks like alone.
The map of your life has completely changed.
It has. And Joe, it also happens at certain ages. You hear about it a lot in the 30s or the 40s.
Right, the famous midlife crisis.
Well, maybe not a full crisis. Sometimes it's quieter.
Okay.
It's just a moment of questioning. You turn 30 or 40 or 50, and you kind of look around at your life and you ask, is this it? Is this all there is?
It's like you're taking inventory of your life. You're counting everything on the shelf.
Yes. And maybe you don't like what you see.
But there's a really important point here in our notes, Joe. It says, this feeling often happens when life looks fine on the outside.
This is the key.
Yeah.
This is what makes it so hard.
Talk about that. Why is fine so difficult?
Because if your life was terrible, you'd know what to do.
Right.
If you had no job, no food, no home, the goal is clear. Survival. You fix the problems.
You have a direction.
Yes, but feeling stuck often happens when things are okay. You have a roof over your head, you have a job, you have food.
Food to your family, to your friends.
Yeah.
You look successful.
They think you have it all together, but inside it feels empty. Inside you feel like you're just not moving.
That must be a very lonely feeling.
It is.
Because if everything looks fine, it's hard to tell people you're unhappy. You might even feel guilty about it.
So guilty. You think, I have so much. I should be happy. What's wrong with me?
And that actually leads perfectly into what I wanted to ask next, Joe.
Okay.
Because I know this is not just theory for you. You've lived this.
I have.
I think it would really help our listeners to hear your personal story. Can you tell us about that time in your life?
Yeah, of course. This was a few years ago. And if you looked at my life from the outside, like we just said, everything looked great.
So set the scene for us. What was happening?
I had a good corporate job,
Yeah.
a good salary, a nice apartment in the city. I had a routine.
Mm-hmm.
I was busy all the time. I had friends. We would go out for dinner on the weekends. I wasn't, at home crying all day. I was active.
So on paper, everything was fine. No big drama, no crisis.
No crisis at all. But inside, something just felt off.
Let's pause on that phrase. Felt off.
Yeah.
It's a great idiom. What does it mean?
When something feels off, it just means it's not quite right. It isn't a disaster. It's not broken, but it's uncomfortable.
Can you give us an example?
Sure. Think about a picture on a wall. If it's hanging just a little bit crooked, not straight, it feels off.
Right. It bothers you every time you look at it.
Exactly. Or think about milk that's been in the fridge for a little too long.
Uh-oh.
It's maybe not totally bad yet, but it smells a little off. You don't want to drink it.
That's a great explanation. So it's not a disaster, just uncomfortable, like wearing shoes that are a little too tight.
Yes, that's it. Exactly. You can walk in them, but you're always aware of them. You can't fully relax. That was my life.
So you weren't depressed, but you weren't happy either. You were in that gray area in the middle.
The gray zone, that's what it was. I was just there, existing, and I had this question that just played in my head over and over again every day.
What was the question, Joe?
The question was, is this really my life?
Wow. Is this really my life?
Yeah.
That's a heavy question.
It feels so heavy. I'd be on the train going to work or sitting at my desk or making dinner. And this question would just appear in my mind. Is this it? Is this what I'll be doing for the next 30 years? Is this really my life?
It sounds like you were searching for something more, but you didn't even know what you were looking for.
I had no idea. And because I didn't know, I started to think the problem was me. And this is what we call the comparison trap.
The comparison trap.
Yeah.
Right. We see this all the time now with social media.
Oh, absolutely.
So what were you telling yourself when you looked at other people?
I looked at my friends, I looked at people online, and I thought, everyone else seems fine.
They looked happy?
They looked like they had a plan. They knew what they were doing. I'd tell myself, other people know what they want. They're getting married, having kids, running marathons. Why don't I know what I want?
So you thought it was a problem with you. You personalized it.
100%. I
Yeah.
thought, I am the problem. Why is everyone else moving forward and I'm just standing still?
And that leads to another really common phrase we use for this feeling. You felt behind.
Yes, I felt so behind.
Don't we explain that phrase for everyone, feeling behind? It's like a metaphor from a race, right?
It is. Imagine you're in a race. Everyone starts at the same time, but some people are running really fast. They're way ahead of you,
Right.
and you're at the back. You feel like you're losing. You're behind.
But Joe, life isn't a race. There's no finish line we all have to cross at the same time.
Logically, I know that. We all know that. But emotionally, it feels like a race. Society gives us this checklist. Get the career, check. Find the partner, check. Buy the house, check. And if you don't have those things by a certain age, you feel behind.
That is so much pressure.
So much. And it just makes the stuck feeling worse. Because now you're not just stuck, you're also a failure. You feel shame.
Which goes right back to what you said at the start. It is not a failure, but the feeling tells you it is.
Exactly.
I want to shift gears a little bit here, Joe. We talked about the feeling, which is so important. Now I want to talk about the language.
Okay.
How do native English speakers actually talk about this? Because you won't always find these phrases in a textbook.
That's so true. The textbook language can be very formal or clinical, not how real people talk.
Right. So let's start with what we can call direct phrases. These are the things you might say to a very close friend or your partner when you're being really honest.
The most common one, the simplest one, is just, I feel stuck.
I feel stuck.
Yeah.
Simple, clear.
Yep. Another one is, I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I think everyone has said that. I say it every Tuesday.
Me too. We all do. It's a very real human thing to say. Another one is, I don't know what's next.
I don't know what's next. That really speaks to that fog we talked about. The future is unclear.
It is. And then there's the one we just talked about, I feel behind, or a slightly different version, I thought I'd be further along.
I thought I'd be further along. Oof, that one has some sadness in it.
It does. It means I had a plan in my head for my life, and my real life doesn't match the plan.
Yeah. So these are the direct, heavy phrases. You say them when you feel safe.
Exactly. You probably wouldn't say this to your boss or someone you just met at a party.
No. Can you imagine? Hi, nice to meet you. I have no idea what I'm doing with my entire life.
Right. It's too much. So for those situations, native speakers use softer phrases, more casual ways to say the same thing.
Okay, give us some examples of those.
The really common one is, I'm in a weird phase.
I'm in a weird phase. Let's define phase here.
A phase is just a period of time. So when you say you're in a phase, it suggests that it's temporary. It won't last forever.
Ah, that's useful. It takes the pressure off. You're not broken forever. You're just in a weird phase.
Exactly. Another one that's very popular right now is, I'm kind of figuring things out.
I'm kind of figuring things out. What does figuring out mean?
To figure something out is to find the answer or to understand something. So if you say you're figuring things out, it means you're in the process of finding the answer for your life.
It sounds active. It sounds like you're doing something, even if you're not sure what it is.
Yes, it sounds much better than I'm lost. It sounds proactive.
What else? What are some other soft phrases?
You might hear someone say, I feel a little lost. The word little makes it softer.
Right. It's not a huge crisis, just a little lost.
And another one I see in our notes is, I'm between things right now.
I'm between things. That's a good one.
It's great, especially for work. If you quit your job but you don't have a new one yet, you can say, I'm between things.
It sounds very professional,
Yeah.
very intentional, like you chose to take a break.
It does. It protects your privacy.
Okay, so we have the phrases. What about the specific emotion words? Beyond just stuck.
The words are usually very simple. In daily conversation, we don't use big academic psychology words.
Right.
We use words like confused,
Confused.
turning,
Uncertain.
restless.
Restless. I like that word. Can you describe that feeling for us?
Restless is when you can't relax. Your body feels like it needs to move, but your mind doesn't know where to go. So you tap your foot or you walk around your apartment, you feel agitated.
Like you have energy but no direction for it.
Exactly. Another word is frustrated. That's the anger that comes with being stuck.
And tired.
Yes, just Tired. Not existentially exhausted, just I'm tired.
Of
Anxious.
course, anxious, worried about the future.
There's a really interesting cultural note here in our research. It says native speakers often use simple words for very big feelings. Oh, that is so true. In many English-speaking cultures, there's a habit of downplaying emotions.
Downplaying, what does that mean?
It means to make something seem smaller or less important than it really is.
Okay.
So if I am feeling completely lost and sad and anxious, and you ask me, hey, Joe, how are you?
Yeah.
I might just say, I'm fine, just a bit tired.
So you say, I'm fine, when you are absolutely not fine.
All the time. Or we make a joke about it. Oh, just my weekly existential crisis. Haha.
It's a way to cope, I guess, to manage the feeling without making everyone else uncomfortable.
Exactly. So for our listeners, if a native speaker says, I'm in a bit of a weird phase, it might mean something much bigger is happening. You have to listen carefully.
So we have the phrases to use. Now I want to do a quick do not say section.
Ah, yes. The textbook English section.
Exactly. The words you learn in a very formal class that sound strange in a real conversation.
They will make you sound like a robot.
Okay, example 1. What should you not say?
Do not say, I am experiencing existential uncertainty.
I am experiencing existential uncertainty.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds like you're writing a philosophy paper.
Right. Just say, I feel a little lost.
Okay, next one. I am dissatisfied with my life trajectory.
My life trajectory. That sounds like you're launching a rocket, not living a life.
So what's the simple version?
Just say, I don't like where I'm going.
And the last one here. I am undergoing a transitional identity phase.
Wow. That's a lot of words. It's correct, but no person talks like that.
So instead you just say,
I'm figuring things out.
keep it simple. That's the big lesson.
Always. Simple is natural.
Okay, Joe. We have the definition. We have the language. I want to go back to the feeling. Back to your story. You said it was uncomfortable. Why? Why is being stuck so painful for us?
It's a great question. I think the first reason is there's no clear next step.
And we hate that. Humans want a plan.
We love a plan. If my tooth hurts, I know what to do. I call the dentist. Problem, action, solution. But when my whole life feels wrong, what's the first step? Where do you even start? Not knowing is terrifying.
It's the fear of the unknown.
Totally. And then there's the pressure. You feel like you have to decide something now.
The clock is ticking.
Yes. You feel like you need to fix it, but you don't know how. So your mind just goes in circles.
Goes in circles. What does that mean?
It means you think the same thoughts again and again and again. Should I quit my job? No, that's scary. Should I stay? No, I'm unhappy. And it's exhausting. You get tired of your own brain.
So how did you handle that? When you were in it, what did you do?
To be honest, Joe, I avoided it.
You avoided the feeling.
Completely. It was too uncomfortable, so I just stayed busy.
Oh.
I worked more hours. I organized my closet. I went out with friends every night. Anything to distract myself, anything to make noise so I didn't have to think.
You tried to fill the silence so you couldn't hear that question. Is this really my life?
That's exactly what I did. I tried to drown it out.
And did it work?
For a little while, maybe, but no. In the end, it never works. It just makes you more tired. And staying in the situation just made the stuck feeling stronger.
Because you were ignoring the signal. The little red light on the dashboard was flashing, and you just put a piece of tape over it.
Yes. I put tape over the light and just kept driving.
You said something earlier that I found really interesting. That nothing was bad enough to complain about.
Yeah.
That sounds like a trap.
It is the biggest trap. Call it the trap of okay.
The trap of okay. Tell us about that.
Well, if your job is terrible, if your boss screams at you every day, it's easy to leave.
Right.
If your apartment is falling apart, you move. The decision is clear because the situation is bad. But if everything is just okay.
You stay.
You stay. You stay for years sometimes because there's no big dramatic reason to leave. It's just fine.
That is so true. Okay can keep you stuck for much longer than bad.
Absolutely. Comfort can be the enemy of change.
So you were in this trap of, okay, you were avoiding the feeling, and then at some point you had a realization, a new idea that helped you understand it all.
I did. It was a real aha moment for me.
What was it?
I realized that feeling stuck often just means you are between versions of your life.
Between versions, like a software update.
Exactly like a software update. Think about your life as an app on your phone.
Okay.
There's version 1.0, that's your past, the person you were, the life you built.
Version 1.0, got it.
And then there's version 2.0, that's your future, the person you are becoming. The new life.
Right, the update.
When you feel stuck, it means you've outgrown version 1.0. It doesn't fit you anymore. But you haven't finished downloading version 2.0 yet.
You're in the middle. The little loading circle is just spinning. You're buffering.
You are buffering. Yes, you're in the space between.
That's a really powerful idea because it means you're not broken. You're just in process.
You're in transition. It's like moving from one house to another.
Oh, I like that.
Imagine you've packed all the boxes in your old house. Everything is sealed. The truck is loaded. You've locked the door for the last time.
Okay.
But you don't have the keys to the new house yet.
So you're just standing on the sidewalk.
You're just standing on the sidewalk. You can't go back in the old house.
Yep.
And you can't go into the new one yet. You are just waiting.
And that feeling on the sidewalk is uncomfortable. It's vulnerable. You don't have a chair. You don't have your things.
It is very uncomfortable. But, and this is the most important part, it does not mean you are homeless.
Right.
It just means you are moving.
I love that.
Yeah.
That changes the story from I'm stuck and failing to I'm in the middle of a move.
Yes. Even if you can't see the new house yet, the move is happening inside you. You're getting ready for it.
That leads us to this final part of our deep dive. How do we just be okay with that uncertainty? How do we normalize it?
It feels so lonely when you're in it. But Joe, the most amazing thing happened when I finally started talking to people about it.
What did you find out?
I found out I wasn't alone at all. In fact, almost everyone feels this way at some point.
Really?
Yes. I would just say to a friend, very quietly, you know, I've been feeling a little stuck lately. And they would say, oh my gosh, me too.
But they never said it before.
Never. Because we're all pretending. We're all trying to look like we have it figured out.
Yeah.
We all say, oh, I'm just busy. But inside, so many of us are unsure.
So the first step is knowing you are not alone.
You are so not alone. This feeling is part of the human experience.
Now, Joe, this is the point in most shows where we would give advice.
Mm-hmm.
The 5 steps to get unstuck.
Right. The quick fix.
But we have a rule on this show.
We do. No easy answers. No advice.
Why not? Why are we not giving advice?
Because feeling stuck isn't a math problem you can solve. It's an emotional journey you have to take.
And when you're in that place, advice can actually be really annoying.
It is the most annoying thing.
Why?
Because if you feel lost and someone says, just follow your passion, you want to scream. The whole problem is you don't know what your passion is. If you knew, you wouldn't be stuck.
Exactly. So we're not going to tell you what to do.
No. Even today, I don't always have the answers for my own life. And I'm learning that's okay.
So the real shift in mindset is about patience.
It's about patience.
Yeah.
And it's about understanding the order of things. The feeling comes before the change.
Say more about that. The feeling comes first.
You have to allow yourself to feel the discomfort of being on the sidewalk. That discomfort is the energy. It's the fuel. Eventually, that feeling will give you the energy you need to find the new house.
But if you rush it,
you might just run into the first house you see, even if it's the wrong one for you, just to get off the sidewalk.
So you don't always need to take action right away.
No. Sometimes the only action is to just acknowledge the feeling. To say to yourself, okay, I'm on the sidewalk right now. I'm between versions.
Just name it.
Just name it. Understanding has to come before action.
That takes so much pressure off.
It does.
You don't need a 5-year plan tomorrow. You just need to be kind to yourself today.
Be kind to yourself while you're on the sidewalk. Don't yell at yourself for not having a house yet.
We have covered so much today, Joe. This has been a really deep dive.
It really has.
We define stuck not as failure, but as this mix of unhappiness and confusion. We learned the direct and the soft language for it. We talked about your story and this idea of being between versions.
I hope it was helpful.
I really think it was. And before we go, I want to ask for one final thought. We call it the takeaway.
Okay.
If our listener can only remember one thing from our whole conversation, what should it be?
My final thought would be this. Feeling stuck is normal. It's not a sign that you have failed. It is a sign that you are between chapters of your life.
Between chapters.
Yes, the last chapter has ended, and the next one hasn't started yet. And it is okay to pause in that white space between them. The only thing you need to do in that space is be kind to yourself.
Be kind to yourself. That's a perfect takeaway. Thank you so much, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. This was a great conversation.
And a huge thank you to all of you for listening. We really hope this conversation was helpful. Maybe you learned a new phrase, or maybe you just felt understood.
Yes. We hope you feel a little less alone.
If you enjoyed this deep dive, please consider subscribing to our channel. It really helps us continue these conversations.
And if you know someone who might be feeling a bit stuck, maybe someone who said they're in a weird phase, maybe share this episode with them. It might be what they need to hear today.
We really loved spending this time with you, and we look forward to exploring a new topic with you in our next episode.
Take care, everyone.
See you soon.